Okay, so we're back in our sketch file, and again, the sketch is still working, but you will notice that by default, the sketch is actually pushed to the bottom of the page, and so all of this text is happening still in line, but maybe we want to place it somewhere between here, so somewhere between kind of this first part of the text and the second part of the text. How we do that is by using a div tag. And so firstly, I'll start by adding a new div tag, maybe just here where we want to place that sketch. I'm going to say div, and we're going to add to it an attribute of basically a name. I'll name this as maybe my sketch, and then close with the angle brackets, and then also close the tag. And so over back in our sketch.js file, we will also need to specify, all you need to do is go to setup, and where you have your create canvas command, we will be attaching a variable to it. And it can just literally be let canvas equals create canvas. And then after that, we will say canvas.parent. And then I'll put in the name, so my sketch. And again, this name can be anything that you would like, and then close it with a semicolon. So what we've done there is the canvas of our sketch, which is basically this, like, these 4 edges containing our visualization. We are naming it with a variable, and we are saying that that canvas is parented to this ID that's called my sketch, and we are calling that back in our HTML file inside a div tag for it to live in this, above the Let's Be Friends title and below this paragraph. So let's just run that and see what that's given us. And there we go. And so now it lives as its own div element, and then it can live basically in between other parts of your sketch. All right, so time for our speed exercise, right? Long time no speed exercise. And so for this first part of module 6, as we cover HTML, I would love for you to kind of go through, after going through all of those like new terms, go back to your sketch, and I guess before jumping into your HTML file, maybe working out firstly what those titles and those texts will be. And so it's a good time to kind of take a few minutes, ponder, and write down, what is your data store, like what is your title, what is the description of the data set you've gathered, describe how you've visualized it, and maybe accompany it with a short bio about you, and some links to either your work or other artists' works that's inspired you in the process, your learning document, including kind of like, I guess, consider this the rationale of your project and your visualization. So take a few minutes to kind of jot that down before you transfer it into your HTML file, and try and think of it as, if your data visualization were a postcard, what would you write in the letter that accompanies it? And so the second part of the speed exercise is to display it with HTML. So we've covered kind of those headings, paragraphs, and div tags. Use your HTML to kind of add those descriptions and texts and even images if you want to your sketches page. And also, see how you can position your sketch in a different place that's not at the bottom of your page, but in between those different components using the div tag like I've just shown you guys. So it would be also great to include that link to either your learning document or now an artwork that inspired you or anything like that. So you can spend up to maybe 10 or 15 minutes in the second part of the speed exercise. So if you have any questions, you can ask or find help over on our Discord channel, which will be linked down below. And if you're when you're done, you can also share it to our Discord server in the speed exercises channel. And I will link you to kind of their resource on HTML and web content down below as well, which I highly recommend. Cool. Good luck. I'll see you in the next video where we cover CSS.